Here's a kind of an interesting situation. This is why I like to bring this camera. You see a nice rub here. And a nice rub here. And then a bed. See this bed? I hope that shows up all right. I'm learning this shoulder mount. And then another, I'll be right in this bed here now. There's another rub right here. And another rub right here. And I noticed on the way in, another rub right here. I hope that shows up. Now, we got to do something with rubs. We got to do a discussion on rubs. I've learned so much tracking deer when it comes to rubs, because I actually have first-hand data on what took place when that rub was made, because I have the tracks to showing me what took place. And that is a very, very interesting learning experience when you follow the tracks and then see their behavior, and you get to see it unfold as you're going along, and you can learn so much about it. Now, this here, I wasn't one bit surprised to find this bed. When I started walking up, the first thing that crossed my mind was there's a bed here, because this kind of rubs are made by a deer. He's spending a lot of time here. He wouldn't have stood here and did 4 rubs, 5 rubs all in one day, most likely, and then just left the area again. He's spending a substantial amount of time here in order to have all these rubs. So usually when you see what I would call cluster rubs, it's usually a bed. There's usually a bed involved. So when I saw that, that was the first thing that came to my mind. There's got to be a bed here. And sure enough, I found this bed right here. Now, we were at a trail where the men came walking in. Now, I don't know if that trail cut out alongside those pines or not, where that trail ended up going, because I got off of the trail to stay on the edge. But it would be interesting to know where the men are walking all the time. But when there's leaves on the trees, all these little popples here on this little dry hump here kind of form a curtain for him. Again, traffic is going to, from the men, are going to come from that direction through here. Normal wind is from that direction. He's laying right here. It almost looks like from this bed, it almost looks like the, I don't know if I can get this, almost looks like the round of the rump. And then his head would be facing that way. That he would be pointing this way. This would be the round of his rump. His hind legs would be curled up underneath him here. See if I can get, come here, Coco. Come here. Come here. Come here. Sit down. Sit down, Coco. Sit. Coco. Come on. Come on. Turn. Come on. Turn. Sit. Sit. Okay, down. Lay. Coco, lay down. Lay down. Come on. I'm going to see if I can get the Coco to sit. I'd like to get her to sit in this bed like the deer would. Sit. Coco, sit. Lay down. 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 Lay down. There. Lay down. Stay. Now you stay. Stay. Now you stay, Coco. You stay. Now this is how I think this deer lays in this bed, Coco. Stay. This is how I think that deer lays in that bed. There was a round of the rump. And it kind of narrow. Coco. Okay, so you guys get to kind of get the idea. I think that's how he was laying in this bed here. And then he gets up and periodically rubs and so forth, and or I've seen him, again, tracking taught me so much. A lot of times they'll rub before they lay down. I don't know why, but I've noticed that a lot of times they'll stop and rub up a tree before they lay down, and then they'll get up and they'll rub a tree. So anyway, that's kind of a nice little situation to run across, to be able to show you guys a little teaching aid. So on we go.